Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I am Batman, but you can call me Mary fucking Poppins for all I care because this shit is about to get real. If you haven't bought a new gen console yet, don't do it. It is very important that you instead purchase the Steam Machine. Not only because the Xbox One and PS4 are very bad, outdated pieces of hardware holding the entire industry back, but because the Steam Machine is good. Very, very good. A beacon of light in an otherwise dark tunnel that is gaming in the year 2014. Console wars are beneath me because I'm not so pathetic that I link myself to a product of which I took no part in designing or manufacturing. I internalize it and go so far as to use it for self-validation and justification of my own existence via putting down others who have purchased a product that is remarkably similar to my own and many would argue nearly identical in its operational capacity. We gamers are a unique breed of human beings, an unprecedented classification, and our task is mighty indeed. It is important that we are united in this, because this isn't just about the superior piece of hardware, this is about freedom and the fundamental power shift away from those who want to control you and stifle all potential competition and thus destroy any possible innovation. It is time we the people stood against the mediocrity of dual monopolies and bureaucratic bastions of power that are specifically designed to remain in power. It is time we advocated for a genuinely free market, the empowerment of the gamer, to remove the shackles that hold back what is the innovative genius of our kind. The battle cry is total. Will you answer? The Steam Machine is about fostering a competitive atmosphere in the marketplace between third-party software, hardware, game, and modification developers, because nothing jacks the fucking quality of a product like a little good faith competition. Not a competition between two corporate titans fighting for the exact same consumer with near identical products in which the fight is won on the airwaves with marketing campaigns and superior messaging strategies in which the actual quality of the products is a moot point, taking a backseat to the crafty rhetorical devices employed by paid professional liars. This competition is instead a true free-for-all, an epic struggle of a multitude of third-party developers, a struggle in which we, the consumer, are always guaranteed victory. The more competition, the better the product. It is a basic and fundamental law of nature. The Steam Machine not only allows, but actively encourages third parties to further develop this technology, and the benefits of such a practice are already apparent. The Steam Machine already has over a dozen models available, each custom tailored to fit a particular kind of human being, each trying to outdo one another with better prices or better equipment. And unlike the PS4 and X1 mutual quarantine, our Steam Machines will be interconnected regardless of which model we purchase. Because diversity is power, and possibilities are the ultimate form of liberation. But of course, it is not the superior moral and philosophical stances of the Steam Machine that you're interested in. If you will afford me the opportunity to elaborate further, I fucking shall. Let us discuss the practical application, motherfucker. For $4.99, the consumer can purchase what will be the most direct alternative to the X1 and PS4. A Steam Machine assembled by the third-party developer CyberPower. This $500 Steam Machine is truly the most basic model of the Steam Machine currently available, yet it is still technologically superior to both the X1 and PS4, actually in several minor ways, but most noticeably in regards to its superior graphical capabilities. The X1 is 720p, the PS4 is 1080p, and the Steam Machine within that price range is a whopping 1600p. That's a very noticeable difference. If 1080p is a huge advantage over 720p with a gap of 360p, think about how significant the difference is between 1080p and 1600p with its extra 520 pixels per square inch. It has a superior processor clocking in at 3.9 GHz as opposed to the X1's 1.75 and the PS4's 2.75. Not that this will necessarily result in noticeable differences by itself, although I would argue it might. If you were running apps such as a DVR maybe while simultaneously running a game, it could also provide a slightly higher frame rate and potentially reduce the amount of lag, because despite popular belief, lag often has more to do with computing power than connection speed. Shout out to my fellow COD players, but more importantly, you will be able to overclock your processor, jack it up to a higher speed and power if you want, which brings me to the larger point I want to make. This isn't just about the Steam Machine having superior graphics and processing power all in a more compact frame design. This is about freedom and opportunity and empowering the individual. Valve has already confirmed that once you own the Steam Machine, you can do whatever the fuck you want to it, including changing of the parts of the chassis or even ripping out the operating system altogether. With that kind of liberty, anything is possible. Any hardware or software modification that can be dreamed will be realized on the Steam machine. Sony and Microsoft still cannot oblige the consumers with this simple justice. In fact, they will sue your ass if you try to make any modifications of your own to the X1 or PS4, because you don't actually own the Xbox or the PlayStation, because if you did, these major corporations wouldn't be able to tell you what you can and cannot do with your own personal property in your own private life. And because Sony and Microsoft have absolute control over what parts and software are used on your gaming platform, no other entity other than those who suck the huge corporate cock will have the opportunity to compete for you, the consumer. If somebody out there develops an incredibly superior graphics card, processor, fan, or memory device specifically designed for gaming, you, the consumer, will never have access to it. Because Sony and Microsoft have already made the decision about who gets your business without even consulting you. This has a severe debilitating effect on the market as a whole. What hardware and software developers are going to be encouraged to try and invent better gaming equipment when they know they're already effectively shut off from the vast majority of the gaming market because Sony and Microsoft get to pick and choose monopolies. And of course, it's an extreme disincentive to those studios who have already secured their place on Sony or Microsoft's cock. Why should they feel compelled to further innovate or push the boundaries of human computing progress with their product when they already have a guaranteed sale on every Xbox or PS4 regardless? The current dual monopoly system that rules our gaming industry is a completely counterintuitive contradiction of the fundamental foundations of a free market economy and human nature in general. Because the Steam machine allows you to choose all of your parts, developers will be encouraged to innovate and generate superior pieces of equipment specifically designed for you, the gaming consumer. As we break the barrier Sony and Microsoft have used to lock us into their monopolies for so long, our market value will skyrocket, and developers everywhere will be incentivized to push the quality of every individual part of the machine to new boundaries. Because there is nothing I bust a fat nut for harder than high quality and customization. The Steam machine will be the Minecraft of consoles. You can transform it into whatever the fuck you want. It's like a create-a-class system for your console, where you get to choose what perks, lethal and tactical grenades, primary weapon attachments go into your console. Upgrading your console software hardware would essentially match up nicely with something like DLC. Everyone is more than happy to bust out $15 for a map pack, $50 for special memberships. Why not $60 for a new fan or processor that allows you to record the game you're playing at the highest settings without a frame rate drop, faster loading times, less bugs, a smoother experience all around. You spend $500 on it now, 2 years down the road, Fallout 4 is coming out, there's a brand new Elder Scrolls. You decide you want to upgrade your graphics card so you can get the full immersive effect of those masterpieces, so it feels like you're really there in the game after you smoked a fat blunt and all the lights are off in your basement at 3 in the morning. It is about having the freedom to pursue a more robust experience personally designed for you. But it's not like you have to buy the DLC for the Steam machine to be a good deal, because again, as I just talked about, the Steam machine in its most basic unupgraded form is still superior to both of the newest consoles. And don't worry about your movies and TV streaming and all that jazz, because they've already announced that they'll have that shit too. The vote we cast with our money is 10 times more important than the vote we cast at the ballot box. With liberty comes responsibility. It is up to each one of us individually to define the world we live in. And you owe it to yourself and mankind to vote Steam Machine in 2014. Let us restore power to the people and justice to the masses. Please like and share if you support the cause. This is Batman, signing out. Just got another nice ass clip. I'm on fire right now.
God damn it.